Juneteenth is coming up this weekend, and our community is ready to recognize the day.
Here in Colorado, it's about everybody being free.
Now at 6:30, we'll hear from the lawmakers who helped make Juneteenth a state holiday. Today, we expect to learn which cities will host the 2026 World Cup. And while more than a dozen are under consideration, some of that tournament could be coming to Denver. But first, the Stanley Cup Finals. The Avs are waking up winners after Game 1.
We're Avs faithful, and this is what we do. We show up, we're going to watch a win.
We'll have highlights and post-game reaction. Plus, we'll hear from a fan who traveled across the world to catch his beloved Avs take on the Lightning.
New Zealand, small town, Parongia. No one in New Zealand really knows where it is either, so.
9 News Mornings at 6:30 starts right now.
We begin with a live look at Ball Arena. Big night there with the Avs winning Game 1 of the final against the Lightning thanks to that incredible goal, of course, in OT.
In OT, of course. The Avalanche seem to be making a habit of that. We've got Scotty Gange with us this morning. He has highlights and reaction from the game. He's clapping for himself. Plus, we have John Glasgow once again.
He's not going to come back, okay?
At Tivoli Square, and he's going to tell us about all the fans that showed up there last night.
Yes, and we have a little Avs trivia for you this morning, too. How many players on the team are from another country other than the U.S.? We're going to have the answer coming up in just a few minutes, so stick with us.
All right, let's send it over to Ed Green right now, who fell asleep just before the winning goal.
I went into overtime. It's like, I can't do this because the way they were playing 3 or 4 overtimes, I thought for sure.
We have to take naps. We got to get here early, like 2 a.m. Yeah.
Well, let's take a look outside, see what we've got going on as far as the weather goes. And the answer is really not too much. Clear skies right now is what we're seeing. 58 degrees, so it's a mild morning. We have not much going on over the satellite, and you can see Futurecast shows a couple of clouds this afternoon. I think the showers and thunderstorms wait till about 8 o'clock tonight to push through the metro area. Then tomorrow morning we see sunshine once again, and tomorrow afternoon now showers and thunderstorms from that early monsoon moisture flow over a great deal the western 2/3 of the state, pushing into Denver by tomorrow evening. So today, 94 degrees, simply fair and breezy. Tomorrow, 96 degrees with a few isolated storms. Saturday, more of the same with 94 degrees. And your Sunday, a little change. 93 degrees, a few scattered storms.
Ed, thank you so much. Let's start you out with a look from Sky 9 this morning. They're over I-25, and I believe Highway 56 is what my producer just said in my ear. We were dealing with a crash between Highway 60 and 56. It looks like it's potentially just cleared out. We were still seeing some delays on the map, but not looking too bad through that area. Let's go ahead and bring you to our CDOT camera. If you're traveling in the area of I-25 and 8th Avenue, we're still smooth sailing in those northbound and southbound lanes. As far as problems across the metro go, we're dealing with one crash in the Glendale area, Quebec Street between 1st and Lowry. And then, like I mentioned, that southbound I-25 crash between Highway 60 and 56 just outside of the Loveland area, still causing some delays, but what we could see from Sky 9 is that potentially the crash did clear. Coming into Commerce City on westbound 76, you are definitely slowing down 20 minutes for your travel time in from E470, but still in really good shape on I-25 between downtown and the Tech Center. Your travel time 15 minutes or quicker.
Hi everybody, I'm Scotty Gange. Go grab your boots, get your goggles, break out your mittens, because today is a perfect Colorado ski day. A Burakovsky day. Andrei Burakovsky is the Avalanche hero this morning. He slapped in the game winner, the golden goal in overtime, to give the Avs a 1-0 lead in the Stanley Cup final. Burakovsky season is here, and it is beautiful.
And I was kind of nervous too, and I had a little bit of problems sleeping last night, and woke up at 6 in the morning and couldn't wait to play a game. So I've been there, and I kind of know the situation and what's on stake, and yeah.
Just wait till I have kids, you'll be up at 6 every day.
Hey, even more impressive is that Burakovsky scored against Lightning goalie Andrei Vasilevsky, the most terrifying human on this planet Earth. Hey, teams to win Game 1 in overtime in Stanley Cup history are 14-4. So the Avs are in a great spot as our Ariel Orsudo shares the fun from Ball Arena.
They continue to do it. Conrad shot blocked by Hedman. Score! Burakovsky on the follow-up, and Game 1 goes to the Avs in overtime.
The Cardiac Kings do it again. For the 4th time this postseason, the Avs win it in overtime and are now only 3 victories away from lifting the cup.
I wasn't thinking too much. That was kind of crazy feeling, and I mean, just be able to be here in this final and help the team win a game. I mean, it was a nice feeling for sure.
And Burakovsky makes no mistake as Vasilevsky can't track it quick enough.
We've been good in overtime here in the playoffs, and there's no reason for us not to feel confident. With the crowd behind us, it was, that definitely was helping, and they're a good team.
Tampa Bay on the board. And they score from the circle.
We knew it wasn't going to be an issue to get up for this one and come out with a lot of energy. I mean, it's a Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals at home. So we were just feeding off of that energy, and the whole city's been buzzing all week, and it's great to see. And it's a big win, obviously Game 1, but we got to reset and get back to work and get some rest and back at it on Saturday.
Burakovsky's shot sends Ball Arena home, happy with a 4-3 Avalanche win.
One of Colorado's only 2 losses this entire postseason came in Game 2 of Round 2. It's something they'll try to avoid on Saturday. From Ball Arena, Ariel Orsuto, 9 News.
Stephen Kwan. If you are a Rockies fan, you do not like Stephen Kwan. The Rocks were about to take the lead late in the game in the 7th. Then Stephen made this miraculous catch. Nobody scores. Rockies lose to Cleveland.
Oh.
Only once before in Colorado sports history have we seen an overtime winner in the Stanley Cup final. And it was spectacular. Uwe Krupp, 1996 Game 4 triple overtime winner. This goal won the game, the series, and the Stanley Cup. Hey, from 96 to 2022, the Avs been breaking hearts in OT. Uwe's score handed Colorado its first ever major sports title. Hey, Krupp is currently the head coach of the Cologne Sharks in Germany, which is about 8 hours ahead. So you got to think, by the time the Avs won and Burakovsky scored, he was enjoying his morning breakfast cereal.
I remember Uwe Krupp. Yeah, absolutely. And I remember that game. I'm glad last night's game didn't go 3 overtimes, but
yeah, he gets to lunchtime by then.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But I think that's probably something we're going to have to get used to, those late nights with the Avs scoring in OT. I think it's going to be a trend.
Late night, early morning. That just means you get more time to enjoy life.
Yeah.
There you go.
It means more naps in our future.
I like that. All right, Scotty, good to see you. Thanks.
Well, it was a great game no matter where you watched. But for one man, he's made quite the journey. Jack McMungle came all the way from New Zealand to watch the game, and he's been planning this trip all year.
January, I started planning it because obviously on the vineyard I work on, harvest is in April, and my boss was like, as long as you stay for harvest, you can go off for the winter. And I was like, yes. And then they made the playoffs, they clinched, and I booked it straight away. And it's been the best trip ever.
That's awesome. Yeah, Gary and I love his accent, by the way. Well, Jack watched last night's game on TV, but on Saturday he'll be watching it in person. Lucky guy.
Jack became a fan, he says, because somebody gave him an Avs sweatshirt, gave him an Avs shirt, t-shirt.
That's awesome, and he's a lifelong fan now.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. That is probably the furthest somebody has traveled for the game, but John joins us now. And John, a lot of people came into town for this game, for this series.
Yeah, you bet. McGregor Square was full of people watching the hockey game there on the big screen. And right here behind me at Tivoli Brewery is where thousands of fans turned up in their Avs gear, gathering together to watch it on a big screen that was set up here just a few days ago. This game just steps away as well. Ball Arena not too far away, so they were hoping that energy would translate over into the building as well and help the Avs fans as well. It was interesting to see what some people brought out to this as well. Homemade Stanley Cups, hockey helmets, and playoff energy. That's exactly what the Avalanche need right now, and they are going to do this all over again on Saturday for Game 2. All of the home games, all of the away games, they'll have these set up both at McGregor Square as well as here at Tivoli Brewery. It's free, so that's awesome because the tickets right now, they're likely going to go up in price as this series goes on. Some of the ticket prices anywhere from $600 to in the thousands just to be inside Ball Arena. So this playoff atmosphere is free, and they're going to do it again here on Saturday night. You can imagine there's probably a lot more people down here as it's on a weekend rather than midweek as game one was here last night. But a lot of fan excitement for it. This is going to be a lot of fun. Get here early. There were fans down here at around 4 o'clock, 2 hours and 15 minutes before puck drop. So it's going to be electric again here come the weekend.
Yeah,
they were last night on the network coverage. They were talking about how the seats around the bowl, the first level, were going for $3,000, $3,500, stuff like that. Whew, man.
I was thinking of maybe Game 5 or a Game 7 if they could close out the series. Just maybe what a ticket would go for. They're already at $1,500 for nosebleeds, and you know it's only going to go up as the series drags on here. But it'd be so great to be in the building to see Avs or even Tampa raise the cup. Just to be in the stadium for when the Stanley Cup's presented would just be the coolest experience.
Yeah, that is history for sure. All right, John, thank you much. Fans were watching everywhere, even at the Rockies game. Check this out. They were watching on the big screen TV during the Rockies game. They had it on the monitor, and the crowd went wild when they had the overtime win. They had to stop the Rockies game for a few minutes.
Yeah, I bet those players were a little confused.
Isn't that something?
We got to cheer for something at a Rockies game if it's not going to be the Rockies.
Yeah, as Scotty mentioned, the Rockies lost last night.
They did not. They lost, yeah. Well, anyways, plenty more games to go for the Avs. The next one's going to be on home ice, too. That's this Saturday. Puck drops at 6 o'clock. Games 3 and 4 will be early next week over in Tampa.
Okay, and back to the question we asked you at the start of the half hour. It's a pretty good one. How many players on the team, on the Avs, are from countries other than the U.S.? Drum roll. Of the 26 players on the roster, 20 are from another country. Only 6 are from the U.S. Half of the players on the team are from Canada.
That makes sense.
There you go.
20 out of 26. Wow. All right. Well, this weekend will mark the first Juneteenth as a state holiday. We're hearing from the lawmakers who helped make that a reality.